About Time with Rashawn's About Time Boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. What's up to my About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang? Again, thank you, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all who has been supporting the channel, rocking with the channel, donating to the channel, passing the word about Rashawn's About Time Boxing. Can't do it without y'all. If you have not already subscribed to the channel and you're watching this video or any of my videos for the first time, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification button and pass the word so y'all can stay up on the latest with Rashawn's About Time Boxing. Now we're gonna get straight to it. Javonte Davis versus Ryan Garcia. My post-fight thoughts. Well, for one, you know, I don't know how many times I gotta keep repeating myself. All right, I said that Javonte Davis would stop Ryan Garcia midway to late in the fight, and that's exactly what happened. A lot of people who was against Tank at first, all of a sudden now are, you know, oh yeah, I knew he was going to get him. I knew he was going to do this. I knew he was going to do that. There was a lot of people. A lot of y'all was against Tank. A lot of y'all was against Tank. And a lot of people, you know, didn't want Tank to win just because they talk about he's a terrible human being and, you know, and all that. So if y'all talking about that, like, you know, in the boxing ring, it's not about who's a terrible human being. It's about who's the better fighter. That's what it's about. Now, we going to, you know, let's get into it a little bit about, again, my post-fight, you know, my post-fight thoughts. I want to try to keep this short if I can. But first round, you know, of course, it's always the fill-out round. You see Ryan doing his, you know, shooting his jab and this, that, and the third, and, you know, his little stuff. Second round, he come out, try to get a little more aggressive. You know, people was like, oh, Tank, he grabbing and holding. Like, listen, I keep telling y'all, smart fighters, strategic fighters know when to grab and hold, when to tie up. All those things frustrate your opponent. Now, me personally, when Tank knocked Ryan Garcia down in that second round, after that, Ryan was gun shy. He was gun shy. And Tank was able to, I'd say good job to Tank for being, you know, for dictating the pace of the fight and making Ryan Garcia fight at his pace. Ryan Garcia was definitely gun shy after that knockdown. He felt that power, said, okay, now I got to try to be a little smart. That's why I said before, all that fast shuffling stuff Ryan Garcia do, I said it before. A lot of people, you know, gave me some flack about it and, you know, talking crazy. Listen, it's easy to do that stuff in front of a mirror or do it on a bag and all that. Those things don't have no memory, no arms, no eyes, no type of boxing IQ. So there's no thinking going on. And that stuff, it just look all good. And I said, he's not going to be able to do that stuff in front of Javonte Davis. I said this already. I said it already. A lot of y'all just didn't pay attention. But I said it already. Brian Custer, after the fight, said, oh, man, we underestimate this kid's boxing IQ, but he is something special. No, y'all underestimated Tank's boxing IQ. I told y'all, day one, Javonte Davis does not get credit for his boxing ability. He does not get credit for his in-ring, you know, his boxing IQ, his in-ring, you know, his in-ring situational awareness. I said all of these things. He don't get credit for those things. And why? And I said why? Because people don't pay attention to the skill level that he displayed. That leads up to the knockout. They just see the knockout and that's all that they talk about. He was extremely strategic. I told people, I also said Tank is a patient fighter. I say he's smart. I say he's patient. You know, even when he fought Rolly Romero, you know, people was talking trash then. Oh, yeah, look at him. He running. Oh, he's scared. He didn't see that. I said, no, he's not. said Tank is a patient fighter. He's being patient and never distracted. Not once. Never distracted. And guess what? Some of y'all still not going to give him credit for his boxing ability, for his boxing IQ, his in-ring situational awareness, and, being aware of what's going on around him inside the ring, being aware of where where his back is at all times in that ring. He's still not going to get credit for that. But when Brian Custer said that everybody's been underestimating Tank's his boxing IQ and said he's special, I never underestimated it. I've been saying it. Gervonta Davis does not get the credit he deserves for being a good boxer, because a lot of y'all don't think he's a good boxer. A lot of y'all don't think y'all don't think he's a good boxer. I've had people make comments like that. And I know it's going to be some of y'all. Go ahead, drop the comments in the comment section below. Go right on ahead, feel free. Let me know how y'all feel. But, like I said that this fight would not go the distance. I said that Tank would stop Ryan Garcia midway to late in the fight. And that's exactly what happened. Ryan Garcia I said he would have his moments. He did. He had his moments. Got the crowd excited and everybody, But Gervonta Davis had control of the fight the entire time. Amir Khan said, it's going to be an upset. Ryan Garcia is long, he's rangy, he has more speed, he's quicker, all these things he said. You can have all of those things, but who's the smarter fighter? Ain't it about who's the smartest? You can be the quickest, the fastest, the strongest. You get to have all that. But if you don't have this to go, listen, I tell people this all the time. Even when I would train fighters, when I would train people, I would tell them. A lot of people think that when you in the fight, they think 90% of it is about what type of shape you in. But that's not the case. And I just had this conversation the other day with somebody, and I said, actually, you know what? 90% of the fight game is up here. The other 10% is the being in shape. That's what makes you complete. And Tank is fast, he's strong, he's smart, he's strategic. That makes him a complete fighter. Gervonta Davis is a complete fighter. Shakur Stevenson is a complete fighter. See, guys like that are complete fighters. Floyd Mayweather, complete fighter. Even earlier in his career, at one point, even Oscar De La Hoya was a complete fighter. So you got to have it all. You can't, think, you just going to win a fight because you quicker, faster, and stronger than the opposition. What if you're not smarter? What's going to happen? You're going to walk into something. And what happened to Ryan Garcia? Huh? All y'all said he was quicker, bigger, taller, longer, rangier, stronger. Second round, walk right into something. Boom. When he got hit, look at it in slow motion and look at his facial expression when he got hit and went down. He knew, like, oh, shoot. He knew that was it. He knew it. That's why after that, he was gun shy. And I responded to what Amir Khan said when he said all that. And I said, no disrespect. I said, but you picked, this is what I said to Amir Khan. I said, no disrespect. I said, but you picked Ryan Garcia because you're looking at Ryan Garcia as if you were looking at yourself and you was the one fighting Tank. I said, but the reality is Ryan Garcia hasn't been battle tested. So he hasn't been battle tested. And I said, he's going to have his moments. I said, but Javonte Davis is going to stop him midway to late in the fight. Go on Amir Khan's Twitter and look. You'll see it right on there. Or go to my Twitter. 9901_Rashan. Go on my Twitter. And you'll see it right on there. And I told him, I said, Ryan Garcia is going to have his moments. I said, but Tank is going to stop him midway to late in the fight. I said, as I believe that, you know, if Javonte Davis was to fight you in your prime, he would have beaten you too. And y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but he would have beat Amir Khan too. Amir Khan was the only guy, yes, to drop Marcos Maidana with a body shot. But what happened when it came to him being battle tested with Canelo and, you know, Terrence Crawford, and, you know, I mean, he had his moments in his career too. But you see how Amir Khan looked when he get punched and get hit in the head and his legs get wobbly. He looked like he trying to do ballet on his tippy toes. Well, he looked like he trying to do ballet. Tank would have stretched him too. Yes, I believe Tank would have beaten him. He beat Barrios at 140. Amir Khan fought at 140. If they could have met, you know, in that time, and Tank was who he is now, and Amir Khan was at 140, he would have beat Amir Khan. Yes, he would have. So I hope that this is a lesson for people to stop underestimating Javonte Davis. Whether you like him or not, whether you think he's a terrible human being or not, there's a lot of fighters that I don't like as people, as, you know, as human beings. There's a lot of athletes I don't like as human beings. But as athletes, if they're good, you got to give them their props. You got to give them their credit. Give Javonte Davis his credit. I hope that this is a fight, or this is the fight that was showed, because it's not this fight that made him the face of boxing. And I don't know why everybody thought he had to fight Ryan Garcia to prove that, because Leo Santa Cruz is a bigger star than, you know, has a bigger name rather than Ryan Garcia. But as I stated, Ryan Garcia has not been battle tested either. And now that he has been, y'all see what the results of that is. So please stop disrespecting Javonte Davis and give that man his credit. He works hard. And he is one of the most smartest fighters, smartest and most patient fighters in the game today. Don't take that away from that man because you don't like how he carries and conducts himself outside the ring. He's a human being. He's still learning, growing, and developing, you know, as a human being. We all are. We all are. And for anybody that's looking at Tank like he's such a bad human being, look at some of the things that y'all might have did in your life that people don't know about. But you don't want nobody saying you a terrible human being because you saying, oh, well, I'm only human. You got flesh and blood. You know, you got charged at the light, man. You know, I'm not perfect. Neither is he. But I tell you what is perfect, his boxing record. His boxing record is perfect. And look, salute to Ryan Garcia. I don't take nothing away from him. But I knew how this fight was going to play out. Tank had, and I said it in other videos that I did, Tank has the most experience. He's been in bigger fights. You know what I mean? You know, the moment, all this stuff played a factor with Ryan Garcia. You know, the adrenaline rush, all that. Tank hit him in his body and he couldn't respond. Remember when Bernard Hopkins stopped Oscar De La Hoya with that body shot? So that's why, you know, people say, oh, man, it don't even look like he really hit him. It only takes 5 pounds of pressure to knock somebody out. But again, This is why I always told people that I train, don't worry about throwing a punch hard. Throw the punch right. If you throw the punch right, everything you needed to do, it'll do. And that's what Javonte Davis did. He threw the punch right, and it did what it needed to do. Congratulations to Javonte Davis on another spectacular victory. Salute to Ryan Garcia. I know that wasn't easy, for him to take that loss and, and to still, stand there in the ring like that. But this is boxing. Somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose. Sometimes it's a draw. But now Ryan got to go back to the drawing board. And Javonte Davis moves on with his undefeated record. Drop the comments in the comment section below and let me know. Give me y'all post-fight thoughts on Javonte Davis versus Ryan Garcia. And y'all let me know what y'all think about the fight. How do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like Tank controlled the pace of the fight after the second round? Or y'all feel like Ryan was in the fight all the way up until he got stopped? I don't think so. After that knockdown, you could see body language says a lot, and you could see it in his body language. Tank was able to control the pace of the fight. He was able to do what he wanted. He was aware. He was alert. He knew what was going on, at all times. Again, Javonte Davis deserves a lot of credit. He is a very, very, very good borderline great, because he's on his way to being great, and he is the face of boxing. Absolutely.